We call this the Bankrate Best States to Retire Index. We're taking a variety of publicly available data and stats and pumping them into this index. And then we rank states from 1 to 50 based on which are most attractive and least attractive for retirees. We used 5 factors that we think are important to people making this decision. Affordability is the most important factor, and then we also included wellness, crime, weather, and culture. Maryland was at the bottom of our ranking, mainly because it's an unaffordable place to live. Affordability includes 2 factors. One is a state-by-state cost of living index, and so that's going to take into account the cost of housing, the cost of groceries, the cost of gas. And then we also looked at the Tax Foundation's report that ranks state-by-state tax burden. Minnesota was towards the bottom of the pack in weather and culture, and we weighted the culture ranking as 15% of the overall score. So one of the smaller factors. For this category, I just dove into the census data for each state and looked at things like the percentage of the population that's over 65, and so we rewarded a state for having a higher percentage of people of retirement age. And then we also looked at things like restaurants per capita and arts and entertainment establishments per capita. So those were the 3 main factors in the culture rank. Kansas was 48th out of 50 states, and Kansas, unlike a lot of states, didn't really have a high ranking in any of these categories. It was middle to back of the pack in all 5 categories. The decision about where to retire and where to live is very personal. So it depends on things like where your family is, where your friends are, where your grandkids are, maybe where your healthcare providers are. So this is one thing to consider, but I wouldn't advise anyone to move based solely on these rankings. And I wouldn't expect anyone to move solely based on these rankings. But it is one thing to consider. Certainly the pandemic reintroduced mobility to American society. People hadn't been moving around the country as much over the previous couple decades. And now people again are examining where they live and where they want to live.
Invest in you. Ready, set, grow. CNBC and Acorns.